Today's the end result of a long process that started way back in May when our two composers visited the primary schools to gather evidence and research and to start workshopping in the schools with the children. What we'll see today is the end result of a long process of workshopping and compositions.
My primary role in the project is working with the primary schools. So I am a songwriter and conductor and vocal animateur. The vocal animateur work is the part I love the most, actually. It's where I get to go around schools that I've never worked with before and invite children to be part of a project where they get to sing in a massed choir with an orchestra and be part of a songwriting process.
So there were really kind of two sort of sides to this. Because I was writing instrumental pieces, so there are no words involved. And the challenge was, okay, what will these pieces be about? And fit in with Moira's songs, which by their nature are narrative. So I really, from reading the book, I kind of started to get a feel of Mary Welfare's voice in it, and really trying to write from sensing that from the book. There's a lot of coming and going between Moira and I and talking about the whole shape of it, and back and forth between these two.
It's been amazing to see, as an observer if you like, because I haven't taken part in the workshops, but when the children come here to Haddo, they are so obviously having such a wonderful time with the music, making music together, and the primary schools don't often get this opportunity for that wider community of music making, or indeed to play with the secondary schools. So we're creating those networks, and the secondary school string players have got so much out of working with the professional musicians, which again is an opportunity that doesn't come their way very often. So it's just fabulous. It really is just fabulous to be part of it.
So we have trying to teach them and show them how it feels to play as a professional musician, and they have to take on probably a bit more responsibility for what they're doing in the performance, and maybe they would if they were just sitting in their school orchestra. And so they have to kind of empower themselves to actually really commit to what they're playing when there's no conductor to rely on. So it's very good, and it really gets them out of their shells and working well.
I think it was cool to play with the composer sitting in the workshop with us, because he could really help us to show what he wanted through the music, and I thought it was fun.
I enjoyed working with the professionals because they taught us skills that I hadn't learned in the orchestra before, so it was good to learn some new skills.
I love the way that the McOpera team have approached this and the trouble that has been taken to research it so carefully, and to base these songs on the history of Haddo, and not just on the obvious things, but such trouble has been taken to look very carefully and very sensitively at different aspects.
It's been a great opportunity because it reinforces all the work we do with our pupils, to have professionals come in and give them so much of their information and knowledge. They're learning new skills, learning how to play as an ensemble rather than having a conductor. They're learning to count, have confidence, and it's an amazing opportunity for all of them.
Mary Welfare's book was really interesting because I wanted to capture something of make a connection with the child's voice, because that's what's coming through. It was about growing up in Haddo from her point of view. So I wanted to make that connection really with the whole project.
So the original A Song for Haddo was written a couple of years ago, and this year we took a small section from A Song for Haddo about the trees. Around the house stand ancient trees, and on the wind hang melodies. The reason we went into this idea of the trees is, firstly, when I originally asked the children, what is Haddo House? Where is Haddo House? What's at Haddo? They all said, there's loads of trees. And so the trees, they're incredible. And this year the task was to write a cycle of songs, not just one song. And a little bit like how Peter decided to take the narrative angle of the children's voice, I decided that we should start with the trees, wondering what the trees would have to say if we could ask them. They all have a very fond affinity with Haddo, the children, because it's a place they come with families, it's a place they come to participate in music, and the country park is a place they must have had many, many, many adventures in amongst the trees. I also can't help but, with the current situation, mention the environment. And I think schools all across the country are all winning awards for being an eco school, etc. So starting with the trees allowed there to be an environmental tie-in, which is necessary.